Hey guys, my name's Jess. I'm here with Tam, and we're super excited. We've got you guys back this year, Arthur and Philip. You came last year with Lego Dimensions, and it was a lovely interview. So I'm glad you're back with Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
Yeah.
All right, so set us up. We got a new area. We're in Chronopolis. We got a new bad guy.
Yeah, we have a new bad guy who's probably, I would say, my favorite Marvel villain.
Well, he's quite villainous.
He's a niche character as well. I shout out to you guys for bringing him
Yeah.
out of the books. Amazing work here.
He is just a great character because he is, I'm not going to go too deep into it. He's from the 40th century. He has all this amazing technology. He can time travel. But he's like a really noble general, and he's not going to just rock up and just vaporize people. He wants to come and fight the best of the best in their prime and defeat them toe to toe. So he's like just such a great character.
Yeah.
So for us, the time travel means we can kind of go anywhere and do anything. And then also the fact that he has all this cool technology and gadgets you can bring in, and this is where the game is about time. You can bring in characters and realities from everywhere.
Yeah.
You should probably mention who the villain is.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So Kang the Conqueror
Yep.
is, he's such an amazing
Yeah.
bad guy. And the story, the original story, kind of weaves this track of how he turns up, how he forms this open world city of Chronopolis from all these different realities from out of time. And then eventually this journey and this face-off with him in an epic showdown, it's all comic book inspired as well. It's,
Yeah, fantastic.
the heritage is back in two runs, Avengers Forever, and also the Kang Dynasty, which was kind of Avengers
Yeah.
155. Yeah.
I feel it's very important that we reference. We do have a demo. You guys have brought a demo for us that
Yeah.
you guys are watching right now. So what are we looking at? It's all very intense, and
Yeah,
I'm
there's
glad that we've
action.
been talking over it.
So this is right at the start of the game before, this is just as Kang turns up.
Yep.
We've got the Guardians, they've been called out to Xandar, there's an
Yeah.
emergency. They turn up, and it just so happens Kang's there going, right, I'm going to have a piece of Xandar for Chronopolis. Brings in this huge guy who's Aeson the Searcher, he's a celestial from the ends of time.
Right.
So it's all very dramatic. But the reason we start like hot with the Guardians is the first game, Lego Marvel Superheroes 1 from 2013. We ended with this tease right at the end of the game where we set it up with the Guardians turned up at Earth speaking to Nick Fury. They'd just saved the Earth, and the Guardians are like, well, we're not actually here for that. We're here for some other reason.
Yeah.
And then
Said reason.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
so for us, it's great. Like I said, the story's an original branching story.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have played the first one, but if you have, you're going to be like, oh, right, okay, this all makes sense.
Yeah.
These guys kind of know what they're doing.
As always, you've got a huge cast of characters, Marvel heroes from across continuities and timelines. But this time you've tried to kind of make everyone feel a bit more distinct and introduce unique aspects of this character. Like when I saw this game previously, you had an excellent reference to the Guardians movie in the Peter Quill character. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's one of those things. When we look at each character, we try and distill them down. It's like, what is it about their personality that makes them cool and exciting and quirky? And we'll reference movies, cartoons, comic books to try and extract the best bits of what those characters are going to do. So once Phil's kind of deactivated Aeson here, we'll see exactly what Star-Lord can do.
Right.
He's like you say,
Fantastic.
with his abilities, he can basically listen to his mixtape, which is like super awesome. And the same with with Gamora, with Groot, with Rocket, and then with the whole other cast of characters.
Yeah.
They are all kind of coming to life with that personality. There's a little tiny Groot.
Yeah,
who's
baby Groot there.
Adorable.
super cute Groot.
Yeah.
But the great thing is, he has found a little bit of Kang technology, which allows him to go backwards and forwards in time to grow. You're not going to sit and wait
That's
for a tree to
fantastic.
grow.
Yeah.
So he can just do it by time travel.
You've actually picked up on a number of rather interesting iterations of your characters. You've got future Spidey, right? And you've got Cowboy Captain America.
Cowboy Captain America.
What was the decision behind incorporating those?
It kind of highlights the breadth of where we're going. If we can go and pick characters from the Wild West, like say like Cowboy Cap, if we can go forward to 2099 versions of characters and everywhere in between, the amount of research we've been doing, we've even got some medieval like Marvel heroes and villains, which is like that's super cool. Did you know that there was Egyptian Avengers? There's such a cool like mix of characters out there, and I think that's what makes the story exciting when you can have 3 different versions of Spider-Man characters kind of meet each other, and they're all kind of like, what's going on here? Is I got bit by the spider, not you, and it makes for some real good humour. And the same, when you've got a couple of versions of Captain America bumping into each other. But yeah, I think through the story, there's like 35 characters that drop in and drop out.
Yeah, that does carry me on to my next question. I mean,
Right.
I had read that you said there was more than 30 characters woven into the story at different points. How do you handle that from a narrative perspective when you're telling a story and you just have so many drop in, drop out?
Exactly, because it's got to make sense.
Yes.
Right? You've got the whole time thing, which is going to be a bit confusing.
Yeah.
You've got the huge roster of characters. What we do is we kind of ground it back. We start after level 1 with Avengers Mansion, and we've got Wasp in there who's just kind of holding the fort, directing the Avengers, making sure everyone knows what's going on. So we keep going back there to ensure that the player is reminded of where they are and what's occurring. So her and Giant Man are back at Avengers HQ, which just so happens to get ripped out and put into Chronopolis as well. So it kind of ties it all together. So here we go. Here's Phil.
Sorry.
Wow.
Did you die?
He just dies.
There we go.
So there you go.
Mixtape on.
That
And it's done.
is
Listen to a little bit
great.
of background.
Groovin'.
And yeah, it's one of those things that the bad guys will just all stop and dance, and it kind of just takes the
That's
sting out of
great. Yeah.
like big battle, epic action scenes.
Yeah.
But every character has something cool and exciting.
Yeah.
We've got team up moves, so you can team up Star-Lord onto Groot's shoulders, and just lots of excitement because our games are fun, quirky, whimsical, authentic, and we just want people to have fun with it.
Yeah.
Of course. You have also said you've changed the combat quite a bit this time around, haven't you?
Yeah.
Can you explain how?
Yeah, it's one of those things. The first game was really popular and was really well received. So we looked at that and thought, you know what, for a sequel, you kind of have to make sure everything is improved.
Right.
So for combat, we've put a load of stuff in there that effectively means, even though we're still making it accessible, simple inputs, you can pull off special moves,
Cool.
team up moves. There are enemies in there that they're not just pot boilers that are just going to fill a room and slow you down, but you're going to have to actively think about how you get past them.
That's
The
cool.
armored guys, how do I get rid of the armor? Guys that are going to react in different ways. We've got guys that actually go invisible, and suddenly you've got stealth goons around you. It's like, right, how do I combat those? So we really tried to just push the bar. Just have a lot of fun with it, I guess. We want to make this game has to be bigger and better. Otherwise,
It is
everyone will
quite
be
a
shouting
bit
at
bigger
me.
too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite a bit bigger.
Yeah.
How are you bringing in? You've talked about all the heroes that you've got. How are you bringing in villains from across these universes? Is that something that you're looking into?
Yeah, villains is a cool thing because we've kind of not touched on that when we've been talking about the game so far. But when Kang turns up to Earth, his whole thing, and he turns up and he just basically says, "Listen, you will either follow me, or if you don't, I'll crush you.
Yeah.
And so if you rise up and follow me, then I will divide Chronopolis up and you can be my generals." So at that point, all the villains are like, well, you know what? Yeah, okay, I'll have a piece of this pie. And so they're all coming up. And so as you weave through your story to go and actually defeat Kang, you are bumping into some awesome villains, and these villains are all again from out of time, from out of different places, and a lot of kind of unexpected twists in there as well.
Right. Cool.
So in the first game, the Earth was in trouble. We had to save the Earth.
Yeah.
This game, it's the entire Marvel universe.
It is. It's the entire Marvel universe, all realities, Phil. Right? It's
All
just-
time.
He just wants to
Yeah.
take down everything. So I have to ask, what are you going to do with 3? I don't know where you're going to go.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's get 2 out of the way
that's future
first.
Arthur's problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll just accelerate forward in time or go back in time and
Pull a Kang and change things.
Yeah.
they-
Oh, yeah,
put a
yeah.
post credits.
Make
It's
everyone forget that
sci-fi.
the second game was released and then just do it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, as more of a broader question, it feels like Lego's kind of undergoing a sort of renaissance at the moment. I actually just caught Lego Batman on the plane and was pleasantly surprised. Pretty good movie. Do you guys like Lego Batman?
I loved it.
Absolutely.
loved it.
Right?
Really lucky
Goofy.
that we got to kind
Oh,
of
great.
work with it on Dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lego stuff has just been fantastic, and to work with them, they're great partners.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys are a huge part of that. Like, how does it feel to be? I mean, I was playing with Lego when I was bloody 3 years old. How does it feel to be a part of this, like, huge? Everyone's embracing Lego again from all ages, genders. It's exciting.
Become, I think, I don't know what. Maybe it was the Lego Movie that kind of twisted it a little bit further into like it became super cool.
Yeah.
We've always thought it was cool, but it was that, I think when Lego Movie came out, it was that popular and successful, and everyone was like, this is really cool.
Yeah.
And I think it's just snowballing, and we've always been there supporting it, and we've noticed that the more and more sort of effort we put in, the more and more our audience is kind of widened.
Yeah.
It's not just kids that play our games, it's everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think the fact that you obviously put so much love into like really getting these old school references in there. It's kind of like those family movies that have references for the adults to watch it, and the fact that you're expanding combat for the older audience. I mean, it must be very hard to incorporate that many demographics, but it seems to appeal to, like Lego, all ages.
It's that strange thing about it, right from the very first Lego game, it's about making games, it wasn't about making kids games, it's about games we want to play with kids. So it needs to appeal to everyone. It's that whole age group thing.
Make the game as a fan of whatever it is.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're all massive fans of Marvel, but
Absolutely.
no matter what it is, if you think like a fan and you know what it is that makes that property amazing, you'll find that what you make becomes great and fun and amazing, and the people that love it, they'll love the game.
Yeah, that's great.
And obviously, we've got to have fun making it as well.
Oh, absolutely.
If we don't have fun making it, then it's not going to be a fun game. But we do really love making Lego games, right?
Oh, completely.
That's wonderful.
It's one of these things that we love Lego, and it's like almost weird. Mainly
going out to
walk into
Chronopolis?
someone's. I am just running out. Just a little bit of
Cool.
a tease.
Ooh, okay. What do we got now? Where are we?
So we're currently Spider-Man Noir. We're heading out of Avengers
Sweet.
Mansion. And we are going to go into Chronopolis. So this is a little bit of the open world to kind of give you a bit of an idea of why this game is going to feel so different.
Oh, wow, great.
Yeah, so we've got, this is like Manhattan, but
beautiful.
it's all frosted over and icy, and the reason is that as Kang's ripped Manhattan out of time, he's also ripped Kunlun out of time, and the Kunlun Mountains are right next to each other, and so the kind of snow and ice has spilled over. This kind of green refractive edge on the sides, that is actually a Kang force field, because he has these it's talking technical now, chronopylons, that like these time pylons that cut places out of time and put them in. But very early in the game, you do something that breaks all of that, and then the whole thing just widens and opens. Are you able to just bring the map up, Phil, just to give an idea of what we're playing with? So you've got all of these different areas. Obviously, we're trying to make it look like a comic book as well. So as you're looking at the map, but this live map allows you to drop in and pull out. And ancient Egypt is sat right next to the Hydra Empire, and it's just really cool. And even up in the air, you've got sort of Atalan, you've got Nowhere, Guardians, and all this huge expansive map. If you then just drop back in, Phil, you're just this like little tiny mini
So,
figure.
yeah, it's quite a bit bigger.
Yeah, exactly. And there's even underwater. There's so much stuff in here, and obviously, we've got until November. The game's out in November, so we're currently working on just filling this with like crazy characters and quests and gameplay and like all sorts of things that people will not be expecting as they go through the open world.
So is it safe to assume that if it's got Kunlun and Attilan, that the associated characters will be there as well? As Iron Fist in this? Are we going to have...
you never know. You could draw those conclusions. That might be...
You got no sweet scoops for us?
Well, at the minute, we revealed like Lockjaw the other day.
Yes, I
who's
did see
just
that.
a super cool character. I love Lockjaw. And then...
Lockjaw's never alone, though, so he's got to have a partner.
Oh,
so surely you have to have a juicer or...
Yeah, maybe. Now you're digging.
All I'm saying, I just want Kamala Khan in there.
Okay, I can tell you that. She is front and center in the core group of story. Like her, the core group are like her, She-Hulk, Black Panther. In fact, there's like I say, there's like 30, but they kind of weave in and out.
Right.
Anytime you can weave, Kirby's Wild West Captain America into a story, you're on a winner. And again, ancient Egypt brings some pretty cool old-time characters into the game. So it's just fun. It's just really, really good fun.
Incredible. Well, before I let you go, I do need to ask you both who your favorite characters are.
Go on, Phil. You go first.
I'm a sucker for something that I saw the team do. When they added Groot and Baby Groot, running around as Baby Groot, I just do this for hours. I'm really bad at the office at the moment. I just run around Chronopolis just as Baby Groot, not doing anything, just kind of strut around. So he's currently my favourite, and I get to wear a T-shirt of him as well. So
Good call. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's any Hulk-related character.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So,
cool.
And the new Hulk, which I also have a T-shirt, the Hulk that's going to obviously appear in Thor Ragnarok, which that trailer looked amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Seeing Hulk with all that armor on, you know, knowing where that goes, the whole Planet Hulk,
Yep.
Sakaar, and everything. I'm just thinking, yeah, I'm sold.
Team Hulk.
And Hulk's a great character.
Absolutely. And finally, has your daughter played this one yet, Lily?
She has.
And who's
she
her
has.
favorite character? Because I gotta ask.
She's a sucker for Groot as well.
Aren't
Right
we all?
choice, Team
We
Groot.
just-
Team
Yeah.
Groot. as
I mean,
well.
I have a Groot T-shirt, okay, so I'm on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
We all love Groot.
Yeah,
Well, that's
absolutely.
fantastic. I'm so glad you guys could come down and bring the game. It's awesome to get another look at it. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great rest of show.
And you.
And
Thank you.
when does the game come out? When can we get it? Where can we get it?
November the 14th, it's out in North America. November the 17th, back home, and
Fantastic.
the rest of the world. But you can pre-order it now. And I believe there's a classic Guardians of the Galaxy pack or something
Ooh.
if you pre-order early. So
Good.
that's you know,
They're the
Charlie
ru- they're the rumours.
27 and Yondu and. But this is like prior to Guardians getting big.
Yeah.
This is old school. So yeah, there's some good stuff. But yeah, pre-order it now.
Great.
It's
Well, there you go. You
great.
heard the man. Alrighty, thanks so much, guys. We will be back in just a moment with South Park, The Fractured Butthole. Had to
I'm
say
staying.
it.
I'm staying.
Please do.
Yeah.
See you guys.